Welcome to a new episode of Bear Market. We are going to have a AA session where we're going to discuss the failures and the mistakes that we have made. It was a great time expecting Bitcoin to go to 300k, but now we are expecting Bitcoin to go to 3k. Life has changed. Today I'm going to get my new ride, but tomorrow I'll be bringing it back. So I can go drive again into my Fiat Multipla. But today we're also going to discuss that you should be zooming out and what you should be doing in this market. So before we're going to continue, do not forget to subscribe beneath and also like this video and comment if you want to see some special content, as right now we are building the schedule for improvements of our YouTube. So let's get to the charts in this update. As I've just popped up the higher time frame log scale, and you can see that we have witnessed a massive run from around 10k to 62k or 64, whatever it was. You can also see that this entire correction is just a bump on the right, as Raoul Pal would say with the .com bubble. It's just a bump on the right itself, the entire crash. So you should be looking at the zoomed out picture, as a matter of fact that it's currently showing that we are trending upwards, right? So a corrective move like this is pretty much standard of a market. We didn't really see any type of real corrective move during the entire run from 10k to 64k. So that it's happening right now is very natural. However, it shows new people that the markets are not going up in a straight line. It shows you that you should not be FOMOing into any of those coins because your entry will get there. Matter whether or not you're liking it, but the entry point will get there. Maybe you're buying slightly higher than you initially assumed you wanted to, but you get more confirmation on why you take the certain entry point. So what's the status of the markets right now? On-chain analysis is still showing us that Bitcoins and Ethereums are going off the exchanges, which means that it's very comparable to the entire period we had in 2016, where this exact same happened, in which people were putting their Bitcoin into a hard wallet for investment purposes. So if you look and compare those two cycles, of course this cycle will be completely different than the previous one, but we're currently in a phase where it's 50-50. There's a bunch of people expecting the bear market. There's a bunch of people expecting the bull market to happen. There's nothing in between. That's what we call disbelief phase. So probably this corrective move is for the bears. It's just the start of the bear market, and for the bulls, it's a corrective period. I think it's the corrective period, as you can see in the previous bull cycle, we've had those tests of the 21-week MA, which is currently coming up as support as well. Didn't really had any test at all until we get here right now. Secondly, if you look at the previous picture of the bull cycle, you can see that every previous level gets a test. So if you look at the weekly level, we are still making a bullish outlook. Yes, the daily has been destroyed. We'll be discussing that in a little while. The setup has been punished, and that's why we're looking at the higher time frame to see where the levels are right now, which is the 21-week MA. But you can see that during the 2016 and 2017 cycle, we've had tests of all those levels previously until we get into the parabolic phase. So this entire period that we have here is very comparable to the period that we have here, in which a sideways period for Bitcoin should be fine and quite normal, given the fact that we just witnessed a 6x. This is also aligning with me or my hypothesis stating that the cycle will take longer than the previous one. But more on that in more videos, you'll see it coming up again. The only thing that I wanted to show here is that we're still fine. So let's get to the daily chart, and then I'll erase the 21-week MA. The daily chart, we are looking at a lost range low support, right? So I'm going to erase this thing for a little while so we can get a clean chart. This was the critical level that I wanted to watch on the daily time frame. We've lost it. So what are you looking at? Well, we've got a 21-week MA and we've got this, pretty much range low, as we would classify this, right? So what are we looking at right now if you want to see some bullish constructions? I think we should be looking at lower time frames, okay? So how do markets bottom out? Well, we've got this entire combination here. We did see that we wanted to hold this support level, but we also knew that this lower high would trigger a test in this liquidity zone, which we are having right now, and the volume is increasing. This is Bitstamp. The volume on Binance is significantly higher. So what do you want to see? Well, we are getting a potential bullish divergence in this case. And I guess around here is currently the 21-week MA, so this range low is pretty much where we're going to get to as well. So two scenarios you want to look at. One is we get a bounce up and then flip this gray zone for support, through which this becomes a fake out on the low. And then we start to reverse combined with the bullish divergence. Secondly, what you want to see is a very comparable picture than what we've experienced previously. This happened literally during the weekend. Bounce up, immediate rejection at 53k, and then another test after which we bottom out around 46 and start reversing. That's the two scenarios that I'm looking at. And then the primary question becomes, what should you do? So if you are chasing FOMOs and you are looking into altcoin positions right now that are heavily underwater, I think you should be considering and evaluating what you have been doing. Should you be selling right now? No, but you should be re-evaluating your positions and maybe swapping to projects that are actually sustainable and didn't have any run yet. If you are new and you didn't buy yet, despite the fact that people are expecting the markets to drop even heavier, well, the 21-week MA is the crucial trigger, right? You should be looking at buys at this stage, as right now the sentiment is depressive. And the moment that Bitcoin is going to break out upwards again, so we saw it previously as well, that's where you are too late and where the sentiment starts to flip. So that's basically what you should be doing now. You should be holding on to your positions, maybe swapping some, maybe using some additional liquidity, not touching leverage at all. And if you're new and you didn't buy any positions yet, this is the period where you want to get into those. So that's the figure I have on Bitcoin right now. Final topic I want to discuss is coins like Dent. As you can see, people were very much focused on entering in this entire run upwards. However, those runs usually come back all the way down. So I've used those previous levels for support as very interesting points. And next to that, you can see that we have just been making lower highs and lower lows, right? And now we fail to hold support once again. So what's most likely going to happen is that we are currently on this support level here, is that we make a bounce up, reject, get some more corrective moves, and then we start to bottom out and get a new cycle, just like we have been experiencing previously as well. So lesson of today: stop panicking, stop FOMOing, start making a plan, start evaluating yourself, define your entry points, and enjoy your life. Do not forget to follow me on Instagram, as today is a very special day for me, and you'll see it on my Insta. Have a wonderful day, stay disciplined, and enjoy your life.